Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Learn English with Mary and Sam. I'm Mary.
And I'm Sam. Thanks for tuning in today. Mary, what are we talking about today?
Today's episode is super important and something many people have to do: visiting the doctor. This is a crucial topic because we all need to visit the doctor at some point, and it's important to know how to explain your symptoms clearly in English.
Yes, that's right. Whether you're visiting for a routine checkup, feeling unwell, or just need some advice, knowing what to say to a doctor can make the visit smoother. Plus, it's a great opportunity to learn vocabulary and useful phrases.
And Sam, what's a common challenge many people face during a doctor's visit?
Well, sometimes people feel nervous, especially when they need to explain symptoms they're not familiar with in English. That's why today, we'll give you the tools you need to feel confident.
Exactly. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what to say if you're not feeling well, and you'll be able to have a smooth conversation with your doctor.
Let's dive in.
Okay, let's start with the basics. When you walk into a doctor's office, one of the first things you'll hear is, "How can I help you today?" Or, "What seems to be the problem?"
That's right. You can respond with simple phrases like, "I'm not feeling well," "I have a headache," or "I'm feeling tired." But let's look at a few more ways you can express symptoms.
Exactly. If you have a cough, you might say, "I have a cough." Or if you're feeling nauseous, you could say, "I feel nauseous."
Great examples. Now, here's a good phrase if you have pain somewhere. "I have pain in my chest." Or maybe, "My stomach hurts."
Yes, and if you've been feeling sick for a few days, you could say, "I've had a fever for 3 days." The key here is to be as specific as possible so the doctor can better understand your symptoms.
And don't forget, if you don't understand something the doctor says, you can ask them to repeat it. Just say, "Could you please explain that again?"
Exactly, Sam. And if you're unsure about the treatment the doctor recommends, you can ask, "What should I do to feel better?" Or, "How long will it take to recover?"
Great questions. Now let's do a little role-playing to practice. Mary, you can be the patient and I'll be the doctor. Ready? Mary.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Hello, Mary. How can I help you today?
Hi, doctor. I've been feeling really tired, and I have a headache that won't go away.
That sounds uncomfortable. Have you been getting enough rest? Do you have any other symptoms, like a fever or nausea?
Yes, I feel nauseous, especially when I wake up.
Okay, it's important to rest and drink plenty of water. I'll check your symptoms and figure out what's going on.
Thank you, doctor.
Great job, Mary. And remember, it's important to explain your symptoms in detail. The more information you give, the better the doctor can understand what's happening.
Yes. And don't forget that if you're unsure of what's going on, or if you feel confused, it's always okay to ask the doctor to clarify things for you. Now let's practice a few more phrases.
Let's take a moment to go over some important medical vocabulary. These words will help you understand your doctor better and explain your symptoms more clearly.
Here are a few key terms. Symptom, a sign of illness, like a headache or fever. Diagnosis, the doctor's identification of what's causing the symptoms. Prescription, a doctor's recommendation for medicine or treatment. Cough, a sudden burst of air from your lungs, often caused by illness. Fever, a high body temperature, usually a sign of infection. Nausea, the feeling that you might throw up.
These words will help you communicate what's going on. Let's put them into sentences. For example, the doctor gave me a diagnosis after checking my symptoms.
Here's another one. The doctor prescribed some medicine to help with my cough.
Now, let's try a sentence using nausea. I've been feeling nauseous all day.
Let's do some interactive practice now. I'll say a symptom, and you try to respond using the phrases we've just discussed.
Let's go. I have a sore throat.
I would say, I have a sore throat and it hurts when I swallow.
Great, here's another one. I feel dizzy and lightheaded.
I would say, I've been feeling dizzy for a few hours and I feel lightheaded when I stand up.
Awesome. Keep practicing these phrases, and soon you'll feel confident talking about your symptoms in English.
Now let's take a quick moment to talk about how doctor visits might differ depending on where you are in the world. For example, in some countries, you may need to make an appointment ahead of time, while in others, you can simply walk into the clinic.
Right. And in some countries, it's very common to visit a family doctor for all your health needs. But in others, you might visit a specialist right away if you have a particular health concern.
It's also a good idea to know how the healthcare system works in the country where you're living. For example, some countries have public healthcare, while others have private healthcare. Understanding this will help you know what to expect during your visit.
Let's quickly review what we've learned today. We've covered useful phrases for explaining symptoms, vocabulary like fever, cough, and diagnosis, how to interact with your doctor, including asking questions if you're unsure.
Exactly. And we hope you now feel more confident when it comes to visiting the doctor. It's important to explain your symptoms clearly, ask questions if you need help, and use the right vocabulary.
Thanks for watching this episode. If you found it helpful, make sure to like the video, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more episodes.
Yes, and we'd love to hear about your experiences at the doctor's office. Share any tips you might have or tell us how you'd explain your symptoms in English.
Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Learn English with Mary and Sam. Stay healthy, everyone.